Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go!
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here we go. Wide in. Mike spoke. Here we go.
Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people. That's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Pass on target, Prescott to Cooper. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Trevor Davis deep for Green Bay. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line.
Check. Lucky.
The 3rd year back from BYU, Jamal Williams with a carry. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez Scantling. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
Win 18.
Off the draw, here's Williams. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I enjoyed watching Robert Quinn in pregame warm-ups with you down on the field. Did it surprise you how tall and angular he is? You wouldn't think he'd be able to play against the run that well, would you?
But he can, and he showed it right there, didn't he?
That's that wrestling background he has. He understands leverage as well as anyone in the game. A big-time wrestler in high school. He didn't lose very often.
Three-time heavyweight state champion in South Carolina. On second and 11 now. Rodgers, and able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Third and inches.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on third and inches. They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll bring up fourth down. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. On the counter, Elliott. Oh, twisting away. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Keep it up. Keep it up. 22. 22.
Throwing. Prescott. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's third and long.
You got 3 down. What do you think? Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still third and long. Prescott from the gun. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing.
Come on now, let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
50. I got you, boy.
Now Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A first carry now for Wendell Smallwood. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
All day, every day, any day.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not what they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
In your face.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number one. No score after one on EA Sports. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Smallwood running right. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day.
The Cowboys take over first.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
31-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
44, Mike, 44. Oh, yeah.
Prescott. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Double.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Oh, here we go. Oh. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. 4 down.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Prescott. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Mike, check. Watch the screen.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now, we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. There he goes right side. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
Great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Let's get that ball right here.
Back to it after the pick six. Prescott. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw is Prescott. Over the middle, he hits Austin. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 27 yards there, a first down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on the football.
Tim carried out for Elliott. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
.44, Mike, 44.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott outright completes it to Jarwin. 7 yards there and a first down.
Let's go!
A 7-yard gain.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Prescott now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. This is Elliott. Blake Martinez, the NFC's leading tackler a year ago, in on the stop.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd and 9, Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
That's another Cowboys.
Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Preston Smith picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Hey, kill! 26.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Mike's 50.
Here's Prescott. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move, the Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion. But he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. And this is incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. Third down here.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and 9.
No. Off. Hey, watch the edge.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of the team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Here's Elliott. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
Packer pressure, and down he goes. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Oh, Prescott stripped. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball, grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Robert Quinn in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
55's my guy.
Now Rodgers. And the pressure gets to him again. DeMarcus Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
There you go. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. This will be from 49 yards out. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter.
There we go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Again, it's Williams.
Go, go, run, run, run.
15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Hey, come on, come on,
Toss play. This is Smallwood. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Yeah, baby.
That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike. Watch the pass.
Now on 2nd and 16. Rodgers eluding the pressure right. Caught on the right side by Adams. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Big hit.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
We own them. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, 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 twist. Wide left.
Rodgers going to throw. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down, Williams. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Kelly, don't left Kelly.
Check 99, check 99.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Ricky. Jam it, jam it, jam.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's got the connection to the tight end, Graham. Touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Baby, let's go. Let's go.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown in the second half scored against them.
They were down into half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Prescott down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Forbath to add the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. He spins free, and he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Keep playing hard.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And on the left side, he's got Witten. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now to the 1st and 10. Elliott. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 38-yard line.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now Elliott. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Back at the 44-yard line.
You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right
now on 2nd and 13. Prescott. Oh, let's scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And the Packers pick it up. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, helps make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where it came from.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
They run it again with Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these picks make me look fast. I got you, boy. I said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 11 yards there, first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get in the field and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And his kick is absolutely perfect. Back now in Arlington, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Forbath out to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on now, let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out on this one.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott got it open, man. It's Michael Gallup. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. With Cole Beasley now in Buffalo, you think that might open up some more targets for Michael Gallup. Last year as a rookie, 33 catches for the Dallas Cowboys. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Prescott now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Here we go, 47.
Here we go, 50.
And again, it's Prescott. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll throw again. Prescott. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a 14-yard pickup, but it'll still be second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Preston Smith getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon.
Second and 12 at the Packers' 20-yard line.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up second and 12. Now Prescott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead now down to 20.
Makes the score, Packers 27, Cowboys 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get it.
Not one that I've ever met.
7 yards there and a first down.
Here we go.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Here's Smallwood. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That second down play nets a -4.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 42. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Williams. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 1st down, a run with Smallwood. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Fresno.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down.
Let's go.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving.
Slam.
Going right back to Smallwood. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. A run with Smallwood. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
Mike 54.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be
Easy.
They'll run for it with Smallwood. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Forbath able to convert the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
You got it.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Cowboys on third down. Lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And that one came close to hitting the big scoreboard up there as the fair catch is made inside the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for the Packers, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.